CPAC is the place where the conservative wing of the Republican Party meets once a year. The big question for the upcoming conference is whether anyone dares to challenge the former president, or does Donald Trump still control the party? Ahead of the conference, I met Joe Walsh, a former congressman who used to support Donald Trump. So tell me, why did you support Donald Trump in the first place?
Back in 2016, I didn't pay enough attention to what a horrible human being he was. He wasn't Hillary. I figured he'd play a lot of golf and maybe nothing horrible would happen. That wasn't the case.
So what did change your mind?
When Donald Trump got elected and I started to pay attention to him, I realized every time he opens his mouth, he lies. I'm not exaggerating. Politicians lie. Everybody lies. All politicians lie. Every time Trump opens his mouth, he lies. I can't support that. The final straw for me was Helsinki, the summer of 2018, when Donald Trump stood in front of the world and embraced Putin and gave his middle finger to our intelligence community. That was the biggest act of disloyalty I've ever seen in an American president. I went on my radio that night and I said, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure he's not reelected.
Let's talk about CPAC. This is kind of the soul-searching yearly event for the Republican Party. How big is Donald Trump's influence?
It's his party. I mean, all these people on CNN and MSNBC who talk about a fight in the Republican Party. Bull. There's no fight. This is Trump's party. I used to go to CPAC a lot and speak at CPAC a lot. It used to be where conservatives in America gathered, but we talked about issues. Now, it doesn't matter where you stand on issues. You either worship Trump or you don't, and if you don't, there's no place for you in this Republican Party or at CPAC.
So you say there is no challenger?
It will probably be a governor, and it will be a governor who echoes Trump, and right now that would be Ron DeSantis in Florida. I know Ron DeSantis. Deep down, he's not a Trumper, but like all Republicans, to get elected, he sounds like a Trumper. And he's done a better job at that than anybody I've seen in the Republican Party. Mike Pence, who I know and served with, nice man, he has no prayer because of what he did on January 6th. So right now, I'd say probably Ron DeSantis.
Okay, so if Donald Trump is not running for whatever reason, who is most likely to win the nomination?
If Donald Trump runs for president again, no Republican will challenge him for the nomination. It's his. If he doesn't run, there'll be a food fight, but then whoever is the most like Trump will get the nomination. We have two political parties in this country. We need more than two, but two major political parties. One of our major political parties has become a cult and an anti-democratic cult. That should scare the world.
Topics used to matter in the Republican Party. Is there any topic the GOP cares about?
The Republican Party is a cult, so they do not stand for issues. They stand for devotion to one man. Back in 2020, every election, every 4 years, every presidential election, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party put forth a platform that tells the world where they stand on issues. For the first time ever in 2020, the Republican Party did not put forth a platform. They didn't tell the world where they stood on taxes or guns or health care. All they said was, we stand for the re-election of Donald Trump. So the party doesn't stand much more for just advancing Trump and Trumpism.
Tell me, what is Trumpism?
It's build a wall around the country, keep people who are not white people out, deny the truth, and support authoritarianism to get what you want. What makes me unusual is I voted for Trump in 2016. I come from that world. I used to think Republicans believed in freedom and limited government? They don't. I want a dictator who will build a wall around the country and keep brown people out. It's an authoritarian party now. That's scary.